let's talk about Tesla insurance. Is it worth it? Stick around to the end of the video and you'll find out. When you first get your quote from Tesla, it's going to default you to a safety score of 90. 90 sounds pretty high, but honestly, in their metrics, it's very low, which will lead to a higher quote in your first month premium than you'll actually be paying in the future. The quote for my Model Y was $182. I was paying $170 with Geico, so I was pretty hesitant to switch. The second month on the Model Y was $159. The third was $98. Now I'm paying $79. Driving with FXD counts positively towards your score. Apparently it thinks it doesn't make any mistakes. Most all of my drives on the Model Y are done with FSD active. No FSD for the Cybertruck yet, so it's all manual driving. A lot of places won't even insure the Cybertruck because insurance companies really don't know how to fix them. They barely know how to fix a Model Y. And oftentimes they will total a Model Y with very little damage. I have had the Cybertruck for about 2 months now, so it has become my daily driver, which has reduced the miles driven on my Model Y from about 10,000 to about 4,500. So that's why the rate has gone down so much. Well, on the Cybertruck, my first month was $229, and then on the second month it went down to $162. Tesla's insurance is based on 8 safety metrics. The first is forward collision warning. If you get one of these, that's the largest hit to your score that you can get. I've had 3 in the Cybertruck, 2 at the exact same intersection. It's kind of a blind corner with a stop sign after. There was still plenty of time for me to stop both times, but the Cybertruck still dinged me. Even with 2 on my record that month, my score was still 93, well above the initial 90 they give you the quote for. The second is hard braking. This is the only one I get in my Model Y. 99% of the time I'm on FSD, but when I think FSD isn't slowing down quick enough, I press the brakes, and that's what gives me the ding. So ironically, it's the one that made the mistake. Next is aggressive turning. This has a minimal effect, but you sometimes get this trying to turn out of a parking lot onto a busy road. The next is unsafe following. This is one of the most common, but it doesn't count very heavy against your score, not near as much as collision warning. The next is excessive speeding. Does not apply to heavy acceleration, so you guys have the Cyber Beast or the performance models, launch yourself all you want, merge quickly, use those awesome motors as much as you want. Even if you're going 20 over the speed limit, you don't get a ding. Just keep it under 85 miles an hour and you're good. The next is late night driving. Proportion of your time driving between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. As an example, 95% of your driving is during the day, and you do one drive between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. It might be a small ding, but very minor based on normal driving being outside of that time frame. The next is forced autopilot disengagement. If you aren't paying attention and that blue blinking light comes on the screen, don't let it get to red, because that's a big one. The next is unbuckled driving. Anything over 10 miles an hour without your seatbelt on gives you a ding. If you exceed 10 miles per hour for even a few seconds, it's a pretty heavy ding. So even if you're just moving your vehicle around your driveway, I recommend that you buckle up, or it might cost you. This only applies to the driver, so if your passenger doesn't have their seatbelt on, it will not ding you. All of these metrics go away after 30 days. So even if you make a few mistakes and lower your safety score 1 month, that just means you'll have a higher premium for the next month. Then you'll go back to normal. Driving as a normal human would, I'd say 98 to 99 is a very achievable safety score. I moved to Utah recently from Hawaii, and Hawaii was not one of the states you could get Tesla insurance, so I had Geico the last 2.5 years. I've had Tesla now for 3 months, and the premiums are much, much better. In conclusion, if you have a Tesla and live in a state where Tesla insurance is offered, I would absolutely recommend using them over any other insurer. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel.